So now let's talk about for loops. A for loop is used to iterate or go over a sequence. Okay, and a sequence could be anything that is either a list, a tuple, dictionary, set, or even a string. Okay, and with the for loop, we can execute a set of statements once for each item in the specific sequence. Okay, so just to make things a little more clear, I'm going to show you an example. Here we have a list of fruits. So this is our sequence, the fruits. And for this is a variable right here. This could be X, Y, Z, whatever. For X in sequence, which is fruits, we're going to print out whatever this specific value is. And as we go through our sequence, let's say we start from apple. The first item is going to be assigned to X. So if I print out X, I'm printing out apple. And then we go to the next item in our sequence, which will be assigned to X. So then the next time I print out X, it will be banana, and then so forth. So now if I run this code, as you can see here, we've printed out each and every single item in our sequence of fruits. So let's say if we wanted to, we can actually perform some interesting operations on each item in our sequence. Okay, so first of all, just to show you that this is just a variable, I'm just going to change this to I. And keep in mind that whatever we have this variable as, this is what we have to print out. So as long as this matches this, we should be fine. And now, before we even print out what the item is, let's try to count the number of letters in that specific string. So now we have a variable called count, which holds the length of whatever I is. And in this case, I could be apple, banana, or strawberry. And now we're going to perform some type of print out to the user. So here, as you can see in our formatted string, we're going to print out, let's say the value of I is apple. It will say apple has, and then the number of letters in there, or whatever count is, and then we have letters. So now let me run this code so you can see the results. And as you can see, with our loop, our for loop, we're going through each item and then we're printing out the number of letters that each item has. So as you can imagine, if I was to perform this exact same thing, but without a loop, I would have to write a print statement for each and every single item. And this could be a sequence of, let's say, 1,000,000 items. And that would take forever to write. So loops are great for performing repetitive tasks. Now suppose I want to look for a specific item in my loop. I can easily do that by including an if statement inside this loop. So with this code, I can actually search for any item in my loop. All I have to do is check to see if the variable or the value of the variable equals, in this case, banana. And in my if statement, I just print out that this item has been found. So I'm putting an if statement inside a for loop in order to perform some type of a search. So now let me run this code. So here you can see that first I checked if apple equals banana, which is false. And then next I check if banana equals banana, which in that case was true. So I printed out that the banana has been found. And then I check for strawberry. But let's say once I find banana, I don't want to keep searching through this loop because it makes no sense to keep looking through the sequence if the item I'm looking for has already been found. Okay. So in that case, we use something else, and this would be called a break statement. So all I have to do is put break right here. And whenever you use a break statement, it basically breaks out of a loop. So in this case, if I find banana here and I print out that banana has been found, I can just include this statement right here to stop the entire loop. In that case, I don't have to go and check for whatever is remaining in the loop, like strawberry in this case. So now if I run my code again, as you can see, first I looked at apple and then I looked at banana. And then after banana was found, I stopped the loop. So I didn't have to check strawberry as well. So like I mentioned, with the break statement, you can stop the loop before it has looped through all the items.